Welcome to the Dogwood Knits podcast. My name is Vicki. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be back. You can find me on Instagram as dogwood.knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Dogwood Knit. Hi, welcome to new viewers. Happy you're here, and existing viewers, thanks for hold it out for the next video. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything. I appreciate it and thank you for coming back. Also, there's been quite a few new subscribers to the channel, so I just want to welcome you all, and I'm so glad you're here. And yeah, so I'll just kind of get started. First things first, I'll talk a little bit about why I've been MIA for so long. I'm expecting a baby come spring. Early spring, so March. We're really excited. It's my second. I already have a little boy named Theo who's going to be 3 at the end of the month, so we're excited about that. Yeah, so that's sort of been why things have been really quiet over here. I had a rough first trimester, but I'm out of that. I have energy again. I'm feeling significantly better. I don't have a ton of knitting to show you. I don't have anything finished. I haven't touched knitting at all in a really long time. Really, I've just been in bed and trying to survive. So there's that. But I'm doing way better, like I said. So I just kind of wanted to touch base with you all. I miss you. I'm going to go over some stuff that I'm working on currently, which a couple of them you've already seen. I've made a little bit of progress, so I'm going to show those. I might have started a new project, so I'll talk about that. And then I have some acquisitions too, so I can show you those and talk a little bit about the plans I have with those. First things first, I'm going to show you the new project I have. So start with a story for Theo. I decided when he was a little baby, he was born end of October. So every year so far for Christmas, I make him a Christmas sweater. My plan is to continue doing this until he's 18. I know that's funny. So I'm probably gonna have to force him to wear them at some point. If he just wears them on Christmas Day, that's fine. But I am knitting him a Christmas sweater every year, and I stitch the year on the inside of the sweater. I try to make them neutral enough that he could wear them all winter long, because now he still likes to wear them. He gets excited about stuff Mama makes him. But right now, I'll show you what I started for this Christmas, which I was really worried. I was almost going to have my mom start this. Just it kept creeping closer and closer, and I just wasn't feeling well. And I just wanted to get this on the needles because it always makes me nervous that it's not going to be ready in time. And I want him to get some use out of it too, because of course the materials cost money and it takes time and all of that. So I'm excited about this one. It's my first fingering weight sweater for him. I've always done some heavier stuff, but now he really, I mean, he's almost 3, so he loves to run around, and I just felt like this would be a little bit easier for him to wear on his day-to-day. It is a Brooklyn tweed pattern. So here it is. It's an Icelandic yoke on there, which I love. I'm doing the pullover version. They do have the option for a cardigan in here. It is bottom up, so I'm just kind of show you that, and then if you want to see, I can show you here. If you want to kind of see the cardigan version here. So that's the cardigan version, which is super cute, and I would love that in my size. But for him, he's not into cardigans at all. It's hard to even get him to wear like zip-up sweatshirts. He just unzips them and takes them off. So pullover seems to make the most sense. Jared Flood is the designer, but again, it's through Brooklyn Tweed. And I am using the suggested yarn, which is Brooklyn Tweed Loft, and that's their fingering yarn. I'll just show you here. So this yarn, the main color, is a color that I actually had left over from a sweater I knit my husband ages ago. So I'm kind of excited that they'll be able to wear them together, although this will have some color work, whereas my husband's doesn't. It's just sort of a basic crew sweater. This is called Long John. Kind of hope that color is not getting washed out. Sometimes it gets washed out, but it's really dark red. I mean, it has even darker speckles in it of almost black, I want to say, but you can't see them. It's not overpowering. And then some lighter red too, which kind of just gives it a great depth. This is the bottom. As I mentioned, it's a bottom up, which isn't my favorite construction. I do like top down just for the ease of trying on as you're doing it. And you kind of get to do the exciting part first of all the color work. It's not the last thing you do, but it is what it is. It's totally fine. I probably could have converted it. I don't have the brain power right now to do so. So we're just going with it. It just is what it is. So the colors I'm going to do, so this is the main color, which I said is Long John, which here's my tiny little thing. I am going to run out of yarn. For sure. I don't think I'm going to have enough of the main color. Again, this was leftovers. I thought I would, and the more I'm looking at it, I don't think I'm going to, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get the same dye lot. So whatever, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm probably going to get another skein. I'm hoping I can get through the bottom part of the body and then the sleeves with this. And then I would have to pull in the other color or other dye lot, I'm sorry, for the color work at the top and the neck and all of that. If that doesn't work out as planned, I will probably just have to alternate with whatever dye lot I get. So this is what that color looks like in the ball there. It's just I love this color red. So that is the main color. And then the two contrast colors I'm using, so you can kind of see them all together. That's what that's going to look like. The darker that you're seeing over here, that is Soot. So it's a dark charcoal. Let's see if I can bring it in close. Hopefully that focuses for y'all. And then over here, this is Snowbound, this lighter gray. So that's going to be the colors of the sweater. I know, thought about doing a dark green in place of this, but I want him to wear it all year. I don't want it to feel super Christmassy. So that's why I decided to go this way. I feel like this could go with anything and last all winter for him. I've knitted with Loft several times. I've knitted with Shelter, which is their worsted weight. I personally really love the feel of Brooklyn tweed. I like how it's squishy and warm and lofty, but still yet light. Some sweaters that are in, you know, superwash stuff or just different, you know, DK weight sweaters can be so heavy. They're comfortable, they're cozy, they're all of that, but they're just heavy. So that's kind of what I really love about this type of yarn. It's a woolen spun. It's not as heavy. It just feels airy, but yet warm. So excited about that. I think this has been what I've mainly been working on. I cast it on and I've just been going to town on it because I do want to get it done for him so he can start wearing it. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. We had this really weird late 95-degree weather Fahrenheit, which was awful. I don't like summer. Just throw it out there. Don't like summer. Spring's okay. I don't like hot weather. I like fall. It's nice. I love winter too. I like being really cold and having to cozy up and have fires, and I love snow. So I just that's the type of person I am. So yeah, anyway, Loft, here's the ball band. Just so you can see the label, but that's the yarn I'm using. I'm holding this in a new bag as well. So I'm going to mention that. It's from Tanniecasey. So here's her logo on the inside. She's on Etsy, and I'll put a link below to her shop. Super durable, awesome bag. I love this. Recently purchased it. I believe this is a rifle paper co fabric here. And then down here is a waxed canvas, drawstrings. And then there is a pocket in here, and it's lined in canvas as well. So it has some stability to it. Easily could hold a sweater or something like that. Super awesome though. I'm really happy with this purchase, and I would highly suggest you checking her out. And again, I'll put the link. And then I have this too, which is fairly new. I got it from YOTH Yarn Company. I think looks like they partnered with Bird and Bell. But it's great for projects that you have multiple needles for. So usually I just throw them in the bag. They're like floating around, falling out, you know, you're digging around for them all the time. But with this, you can put whatever other size cables, needles, double points, any of that in here for that project you're working on, and it keeps them all together. and it's a felted wool. I think there's different colors. I'm not really positive, but this has been really cool. I really like it. So that is that project. Theo is very excited, as he always is when I just dropped all the yarn, so I'm just gonna put it down there. As he always does when I'm knitting something for him, he gets really excited. He like sits on the couch with me and he's like, is that for me, Mama? So it makes it more enjoyable when they're excited about the project too. A couple other things. I've shown these before, but I do have a little bit of progress, so I thought I would pull them out again. This one, I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure I had the sock done, the first sock done, the last video I did. But this is here. It's Susan B. Anderson's Smooth Operator pattern, which is a lovely pattern. I'm not going to talk too much because, again, I think I already did. The yarn I used here is Nomaic yarns, and it's a self-striping in her Mischief Managed colorway, which I am obsessed with. So I really can't wait to get these off the needles. I did finally cast on the second one, and I've made progress there. I have this in my little Harry Potter bag. I did make this myself. I don't sell them. I'm not going to. I got the idea off somebody else, so I'm not going to copy their idea. Simple as that, right? Here is the second sock. So it is an afterthought heel, which I have mixed feelings on, but it is what it is. You can kind of see in here that green stripe. That is where the heel will go in. So I'm done with the cuff, working my way down the foot of it, and then I will come back and do the heel. So I'm close. This will go really quick at this point. I just have to sit down and do it. But like I said, mostly I've been working on Theo's sweater. But I'll get back to this and finish it because I really want to wear them. And they're so perfect for now that it's starting to get chilly out. I love self-striping too. So there's just something about, for me, making it feel like you're getting somewhere. I know progress keepers are for that too, but something with a stripe, you're like, okay, next stripe, next stripe. Okay, I've done repeats of all 5 or whatever they are. I just really enjoy that about self-striping, and you're always excited to see the next stripe, even though it's a repeat of one maybe you've already done. So yeah, that's my feeling on self-striping. So the most boring vanilla sock can be so much fun. Here's her label for that Nomaic yarns. And like I said, it's Mischief Managed. So yeah, working on those, make my way through that. I'm close. I just have to take the time and do it. Yeah. What else, guys? I'm a little rusty at this. Yes, my shawl. So I am working, and I'm keeping this in my Dogwood knits bag. So the ones I sell in my Etsy shop. This is the Bordeaux colorway, so it's kind of at the maroon bottom there. Striped inside, which all my bags have. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It is the large, which my shop is like dwindled in inventory, and again, I just haven't been feeling well, so I haven't had the chance to go and sew and get everything in the shop. I will though, and I will get the large ones in there, and then I'll have a holiday bag as well. So I do holiday color option for when that, as we get a little closer to Christmas. In here, I'm keeping my Vertex Unite. Just let me show you that. It's a Stephen West pattern. Vertex Unite. And I'm doing, let's see if I can just give you an idea of what it looks like. Here we go. I am doing the large, this here's the smaller version, but it kind of gives you an idea of the color blocks. And I am doing the large version of this. So it's going to be a bit bigger than the one that's in there. I really like to wrap my shawls around me. So I prefer larger ones usually. Initially, my color pop in here was not really a color pop at all. But then as I actually started it and just thought, oh gosh, that's so boring. And it just fades in. So I did change that. It made a ton of progress. Again, I just haven't been knitting. So I haven't really made the progress, but here we go. Here's my pop of color, which I'm working on right now. I'll knit to the end of picking up here, and then I'll start on my, on my next blocks, which I have 3 more blocks after this. I believe, not positive, but I believe those blocks are smaller than these ones. So it'll go quicker, hopefully, and then I can finish it and wear it. Right here, this is all MadelineTosh yarn. Okay, I'm not gonna talk again about every detail because it is in my last, I'm pretty sure in the last video. But this is Carbon Dating. Here's the name of this color. I can show you the cake. It's so pretty. It's such a great fall color, and I just love these kind of autumnal tones. And you know, sometimes you get yarn and you have it in your stash and you're kind of coveting it for something. I don't know what I'm waiting for half the time. And this was like that because of the color. Some of it's because of the type of yarn it is, but this one in particular was this color I just love so much. So kind of reminds me of the glazed pecan, if you've ever, which I don't think she's dyeing that anymore. But anyway, I love it. So I just pulled it out and used it on this. And then, you know, as you do it, you think to yourself, I should have used this ages ago. Why am I holding on to this? But I think it was perfect. I think there was a reason I held on to it, and it was because it went perfectly with this. It was just waiting to become this. So yeah, I'll make progress on this. I probably won't be working on this right now, at least until I finish the YOTH sweater. And then maybe I'll start working on this again because I do want to be able to wear it this winter. So that's Stephen West Vertices Unite. And that's it for my works in progress. I have a couple other things that I've probably showed previously, but I haven't even touched those, and I probably won't. They're kind of just hanging out right now until I get back to them. And then I have stash acquisitions, because what do you do when you don't feel good and you're kind of laying around? You order stuff. So I didn't order a ton, but I've gotten some things. I went on a kick of self-striping. So I'm having so much fun with that sock that I'm knitting out of that Nomadic yarns that I got back on her Etsy shop. And I bought 2 more skeins of self-striping. They're all Harry Potter themed. She does other stuff, I promise. It just turns out that that's what I really like. So I've got a couple others. I'll show you those. Again, it's Nomadic Yarns, and she's on Etsy, and I'll put a link. There's her little logo there. So this first one here is called McGonagall, which is so fun, you guys. Hopefully it's showing up as deep as it is in color, and not washed out. Sometimes I feel like my greens always wash out. But it's a dark green with sort of a, I don't want to say plum, but kind of a dark plummy color, and then like a light or a mauve and gray maybe. I mean, it is so cool. These stripes, I can't wait to stripe this up. It's going to be so much fun. Cool thing about her Instagram in particular is she knits up samples of a lot of her stuff. So you can see the striping sequence and kind of see it all in there, which is cool. I like to see that. That's fun for me, to kind of know what it's going to look like once I get around to it. So that one's McGonagall, and all these are in her Trusty sock. I really like that base a lot. This one is definitely outside of my normal color scheme, but it is called Hogwarts: A History. So there it is. Look at all those colors. It is stripes of all the house colors. I'm a Hufflepuff, so hello, fellow Hufflepuffers. But in here, it's gonna stripe all of it. We're gonna have Gryffindor, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw as well. So it's all the house colors striped in socks, which I thought was so much fun. Again, not colors I would normally use or wear, but they're socks, and socks are fun, and who cares? So yeah, this one's Hogwarts: A History, which I think is super fun, you guys. Yeah, so that was Nomadic self-striping. I even stepped outside of that, so I'm gonna tell you about my husband's feet. Don't know if you want to know about his feet, but I'm gonna tell you about his feet. He's probably gonna kill me for talking about his weird feet, but I'm going to. So he wears US men's 13, which is a pretty large foot. But they are like the skinniest feet I've ever seen. They're so narrow, and his instep is super high as well. So just sort of everything about the anatomy of his foot makes it difficult to knit a sock in my eyes. If you have suggestions, I'm open to them. Everything I've knitted for him, he can't get over his instep. And if he can get it over the instep, it's so loose at the top, it's just falling down, and nobody likes socks that fall down. So he's never gotten a full pair of, well, I'm lying about that. I'll tell that story in a minute, but he hasn't gotten a full pair of socks that he's been able to wear. And so I'm going to try again. I'm sure I'm going to be really frustrated. Every time so far I've been frustrated. But I got this yarn. So it's Regia Pairfect. And it's a striped. So there's navy, green. There's kind of this mustard color, I guess, in there as well. Color is not a name. It's 07115. So this essentially should make a perfect pair of socks. Because his feet are so big, I'm really hoping that there's enough yarn in this. I didn't even really think about that when I bought it, but we're gonna go for it. I've read a few things about options, like I'm gonna do a heel flap and gusset, I think, for him. And I've read, making the heel flap longer, not decreasing as quickly on the gusset to make some room in there. 72 stitches is ideal for his calf, and for it to fit. I mean, it fits great if he could get it on. So I'm gonna try a few things and see what happens, because really, honestly, of anybody I know, he's gonna be the most appreciative of socks, knitted socks. I feel like he will wear them and he will love them. It's just a matter of figuring out how to make it work for him. So we're gonna try it. The story I have about it, so the very first pair that I ever knitted him were a DK weight. So it was more like a house sock versus something that he would go outside and do or wear. So I did them in a DK, and it was a woolen spun, which maybe that was a bad idea, I'm not sure. But I did it as a surprise. So I knitted them both up, and I didn't really try them on as we went because I was trying to surprise him. And he gets them, and he's, of course, so thankful. And, oh, you knitted me socks. That's so great. And then he's trying to put them on. And he kept saying, I'm like, honey, those aren't going to work. Like, this bummer, whatever. Oh, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They'll fit. And he's just pulling them on and trying so hard. I mean, I know he was just trying to be so sweet because he felt so bad. And he pulled so hard, he ripped his hands like through the fabric of the sock. And the yarn just completely just ripped through all of the yarn. Which he was like, oh my God. And I was just laughing at that. What do you do? I mean, I just was laughing because it's hilarious. And he's holding this and his hands are through the sock and he still can't get the gosh darn things on. So anyway, that's my story about a pair that I actually knitted him, because I've never gotten past one after that. So that didn't work out either. He ended up ripping them, but I think this is sturdier yarn. So if he tries to manhandle them on, hopefully he won't rip through them, so I can undo them and make myself a pair. So yeah, that was something I have in mind for him. So I'm excited to knit that for him. Let's see, I have a couple other things here. This is from Woolberry Fiber Co. And it's a little mini, it's a sock set. So it's a mini and then a full skein. And this is part of, I think she's stopped doing it. I don't know if she's taking a break from the Gilmore Girls club that she would do. She did a Gilmore Girls yarn club every month, I believe, which I think she did for years, if I'm not mistaken. And I think she's decided now to stop doing that or to take a break from that. But this was the last sock set that she did that Gilmore Girls club on. I'm a Gilmore Girls fan, but I had never gotten in on it. So I thought, oh, before she stops, I really want to get the last club. It's in her berry sock. Or maybe it's just berry base. But it's a 80% merino, 20% nylon. So you can see, look at the tonal in this little mini. It is just so pretty. And this is beautiful too. I really hope this stuff's coming across. I was thinking like a cute pair of Valentine's Day socks, or really this color scheme is up my mom's alley. This is so much my mom, that I was also thinking maybe something fun for her. She's a knitter herself, but how nice is it when somebody knits you something? Because you're always the one knitting stuff for people. So anyway, this is the sock set. It's called Friday Night Dinner. So that was something I've done. Again, I don't have set plans for that. Really the only thing I have set plans for is this next one. And this is something that I've been trying to get my hands on, but every time it was either sold out or they didn't have the color I wanted because that color wasn't there. It's naturally dyed. So I think there's just, you know, variations in the color of the lots and things like that. Unfortunately, this does not say what I thought it did, but it doesn't what it was dyed with. But this is Moel View Yarns. And this is the Infallible base, which is 55% blue face and 45% silk. So look at this color. I just love it. It's got some shades. I hope that's picking up kind of those pink, peachy shades in there. It's not super shiny, so it's not like a super shiny base, even though it has silk. I don't love it when it's shimmery or a shiny base. I prefer the matte, I guess you'd call it a matte finish on yarn, especially for a garment that I'm gonna wear. And this I plan, so here's the two, which is enough for my project. I plan on doing a Tanya by Boylan Knitworks. So I probably won't do this until spring. I think it's going to be the perfect spring knit for something because that is a short sleeve, and yeah, I think this yarn's perfect for it, and the color is going to be good, and maybe if I have a little color from the sun it'll look even better. But yeah, so that's Moel View yarn, and like I said, I've been this has been on my to knit list for a while, so I'm just really excited to get my hands on it and do a project with it. So yeah, that's all I really have. Like I said, I haven't been really doing much knitting or any at all until recently, which is fine. You know, that like I said, the first trimester was just really difficult, but I'm back. I'm feeling so much better. I'm excited to get Theo's sweater done and move on to some other projects. Oh gosh, you know what? I am missing something. I have a big acquisition I forgot to show. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So this is something that I purchased just before finding out that we were expecting. So I had all these plans for this sweater. It's called the Rainier sweater. I'm almost positive. It's color work with a turtleneck, although I'll talk about the turtleneck part because I think I'm gonna actually leave that off. But it's a pullover, and I think I've decided that I got the yarn for it. I was all ready to go. Believe the pattern's from Kelbourne Woolens, which the yarn is as well. But I've decided I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna wait till post baby so I can try it on as I go and things like that, and I'll be, you know, back to my normal size, hopefully, at some point. So anyway, so I have the yarn for it, and I've been really wanting to knit with this yarn, so I'm super excited about it. It is Kelbourne Woolens Scout, and it's a DK weight, 100% wool. And I'm going to, this is really close to what the color, it is the yarn the pattern was done in, but I think I went a little bit darker with my charcoal here. And that's just really dark charcoal gray, but this is gonna be such a great contrast. I have a color work yoke sweater, but I don't really have any that have color work all over. And this one has it at the hem, on the sleeves, on the yoke. It's beautiful. I'm so excited about it, but I think this year, for winter, I'm gonna do a cardigan because it allows for my growth, for all of my growing and changing of size right now with my body. So yeah, so which is fine. I have no problem. I'm prepared for next winter. Or maybe I'll even get ambitious and knit it over the summer and be able to wear it in the beginning of fall and winter next year. So we'll see. But this yarn is definitely something, it is so soft and it is gonna, I think, be an amazing garment. So I'm really excited about that. But this is Scout from Kelbourne Woolens. I couldn't be done recording and not show you this. I was really excited about this. Yeah, that's it. With it, I mentioned it is a turtleneck. I'm gonna convert it to a crew. I don't not like turtlenecks. I do. I actually have a couple, but not in sweaters. I tend to get really hot pretty much all the time. So I feel like sometimes when things are on my neck, it's even hotter. So I've just decided that I think I'm gonna cut it into a crew, but really I think that's the only modification I'll do to it. I mean, obviously once I start knitting it, I'll see if I need to do anything else, but that's really all I can think about. So I'll probably add some short rows to the back, do a crew to drop down the front a little bit. And then, yeah, I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be great. And I believe I'll put it underneath in the info, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Rainier sweater. And I think that's it, guys. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, I do want to say about baby's gender, because that is the question that we just announced it to everybody. We had told our family already, but and of course the first question is always, you know, do you know the gender? Do you know? We don't, and we're not going to find out. We didn't find out with Theo either, and I never had strong feelings about finding out or not finding out, but my husband has very strong feelings about not finding out. And his reasoning is totally sound. He's like, it's rare in life that we even have many good surprises and happy surprises, and why take that away? And this is obviously a big happy surprise. So, and it was pretty amazing with Theo, you know, being in the delivery room and my husband, you know, yelling out that it was a boy, although that's not what he said. He yelled out, "It's a Theo," because we knew if it was a boy, it was going to be Theo, which was adorable. So, yeah, we're excited about that. But yeah, we won't be finding that out. So we'll find that out sometime in March when the baby's here. So, yeah, anyway, well, it was great checking in with you guys, and I swear I'm alive and fine. I haven't even posted on social media or anything. I've just been totally disconnected, which actually feels kind of good sometimes. But I'm glad to be back, and I'll be checking in with you guys sometime soon. Thanks. Bye.